Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram says patients who have recovered from COVID-19 are being monitored. This amid international reports of patients developing symptoms again after having been fully recovered from COVID-19. Dr. Parasram said the Ministry of Health's protocols for treating with patients are to ensure all bases are covered. Wason has more.
Leaving either the hospitals or the step-down facilities, it's not a case of being gone and forgotten. According to the Chief Medical Officer of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Roshan Parasram, recovered COVID-19 patients are still being monitored to see whether they've again developed flu-like symptoms.
So we have a very rigorous discharge criteria which we followed for all the cases that were discharged. Post-discharge, 7 days after discharge, the CMH would have been following up each case for 7 days every day, finding out if they had any further symptoms, that sort of thing. They continued that follow-up up till last week. I asked them to do a check on all the cases that would have been discharged, and they did so. They got onto most of them, and none of them, barring one person, would have actually had any symptoms.
There have been reports from other countries that patients, after being discharged, have developed COVID-19 symptoms a second time. This has prompted scientists to wonder if this is really the case, or if traces of the virus had remained in the patient, or if the patient had received a false negative before being discharged. Dr. Parasram said one patient who was discharged had shown some kind of symptoms.
There was one person that developed symptoms. Post, they were brought in and rechecked just to make sure everything was fine, and then that person was let back home. So out of the total number of patients that were discharged as far 107, there was one person that developed some symptomatology thereafter, which was a slight cough a couple of weeks after being discharged, and then was checked to make sure everything was okay, and she was discharged back home as well.
This country has gone over a month without any new cases. Wason, TTT News.